Welcome to the Happy Check. I'm your host, Mark Crandall. This is a show for founders and service pros who are done selling harder and ready to start scaling through proof. We're here to talk about the Happy Check, the exact window of highest emotional truth inside of your customer transaction. That's the moment your product or service has been completed. The result is fresh, the relief is massive, and the trust is 100% transferable should you capture it. You don't need better scripts or louder marketing. You need a system that lets your results speak for you. Because you can argue with marketing, but you cannot argue with a real customer. Let's get into this episode. Welcome to episode 2, the QR code trap. Why your customers aren't leaving reviews and how you can fix it. I got to start with going over the inconvenience factor. It's a real inconvenience for your customers to leave you a review, let alone provide you with video testimonial review at request. Most business owners approach testimonial collecting as if they're asking for a massive favor. They say, hey, if you got a moment, would you inconvenience yourself to pull out your electronic device, search for us on the internet, and then leave us a review? That is how most business owners try to collect reviews. It's not that effective. It's no wonder people find it a pain in the butt or feel like the juice isn't worth the squeeze. But what if I told you that a lack of reviews has nothing to do with the service you provide to your customers? It also has nothing to do with your customers. It's because you aren't as invested in building your business from your customers' voices as you should be or could be before asking. You're spending money on advertising while your best assets, the experiences of the people you have served or you've provided services for, sit in a corner like a dusty chair. I got to share this story, which is about my chiropractor and how she ended up getting her Google review from me. It was not the typical path you might assume. I have a chiropractor who is a legend. She works with my entire family. One day, I saw a flyer tucked in the corner of her front desk area with a QR code that said, leave us a review. I asked the receptionist, who I've built a really good relationship with throughout this past year we've been going, if people actually used it. She said, not really, so I stopped asking them. When I asked her why the customer would even want to leave them a review, she said this: I don't know. It helps out online. You're not going to get reviews like that. If you don't have a full understanding of why you're asking your customer to take time to inconvenience themselves to do something to move your business forward after they've already gotten what they needed from you, it's a real stretch. You need to be invested. That is the silence tax in action. They had no emotional connection to why they were asking for a review. I coached her with her permission, and my coaching went just like this. My doctor has built her business off of referrals. By asking customers to lift their voices, she can build her marketing off the most important thing, the actual customers that she's serving and their experiences. The core ahas from this episode are this: testimonials are permanent assets long after your salesperson is gone or your website is redesigned. A customer's voice remains an asset that builds the value of your business long after anything or anyone else. The advertising trap. Businesses are fast to spend on ads, but slow to commit to what I call the happy check. Conversations that lead to higher quality new business. The emotional reconnection. When you reconnect to why you work so hard on every project, asking for a testimonial becomes easy. You aren't asking for a favor. You are asking to attract more clients just like them, solely based off of the work that you provided them or the service that you provided them. Social decision making. People don't decide logically. They decide socially. They look for someone like them who got a result without sounding like they were sold. When you get your customers to share their experiences of your product or services online in an authentic way, you will train your customers to sell for you. The happy check implementation. Don't let your wins stay invisible. A silent client base creates doubt. Your action item from this episode: stop pointing at QR codes in the corner. Start having the conversations that will move the needle forward. Remember, your next 5 customers are waiting to be referred by your last 5. Want to get access to the Happy Check list free? Head over to Scale to Sale Consulting and download the guide that shows you when to ask for a review, how to ask for a review, and what to do with it once you collect it. And I would be a fool to not implement my own strategy. If you've received value from this show, please go subscribe, leave a comment, share it with somebody who might utilize this in their own business. I appreciate you and look forward to the next episode. The happy check is the moment you stop being a specialist and start being a strategist. It's not about pushing harder. It's about refusing to let your best results stay silent. If you aren't capturing your customer stories at their peak, you're leaving your kingdom on the table. Remember, your next 5 customers are hiding inside of your last. If this episode hit home for you, I have just one request. Don't just like this video. Go actually find your last happy customer and ask them these 3 questions. Why'd you choose me over the competition? What was your experience like working with me? And what would you tell a customer who was on the fence about hiring me? Capture this on video or in writing and use your customer words to sell for you. You have now implemented the testimonial waterfall system. If you want more resources, head over to scale-to-sale-consulting.com. That's also where you get access to working with me, should you choose to. One customer story should work harder than you do. Stop closing deals. Start installing stories. I'll see you on the next one.